Welcome back to Crypto Tutorial. On today's video, we'd like to discuss EGLD, Elrond, how it's currently performing, and what we could expect during the upcoming days and hours. Therefore, I would like to get started immediately, but before doing so, I would highly appreciate if you could follow me on Twitter at ThoroughCrypto, and as well underneath in the description, you will be able to join me on Twitter by heading down below in the description underneath social and info towards this link right here. So please do not forget to do so. It will be highly appreciated, and let's get started on Elrond's price action. So yeah, for sure, what I think is absolutely crucial are these levels right here. I opened up the weekly time frame to show you why I think these two levels, these two yellow areas, are actually major levels of support right now. Well, we are right now actually currently trading above this previous level of support. We could clearly see that multiple weeks in a row we were actually supported on top of this range. That is for me crucial. We were supported as well right here, and what we can clearly see underneath us at $97 is that we did as well experience resistance underneath this range. So therefore, this is as well a very important level to take into consideration. So far, those were the levels I wanted to discuss, and for sure where we are currently trading above at $130 is a major level of support as well. So that is absolutely looking fine. So this being said, let's get started on the daily time frame. Let's zoom out a little bit further and see where we are currently trading at. Well, if we take a quick look from its previous high, we have seen a major decline actually on Elrond. We have actually already been down for approximately 79% in 62 days. And what I can personally see right away is that I think we have actually reached a quite low point in time for Elrond. We could drop even further towards the $97 range, and it would still be absolutely marvelous because we will be creating a higher low. So if we do manage to hold strong on top of the $97 level of support, or perhaps on top of the $130 where we are currently trading at, we will still be seeing a higher low getting formed in the daily time frame. And therefore, I personally think it still looks very powerful to me to see a further major potential all-time high getting reached. So that is something I'm looking forward to for sure. So what else is absolutely important right now? Well, for sure, we have to place a level of descending resistance to see where we could perhaps expect the most amount of resistance, and as well where we can see clearly, once we break out above this area, a possible trend reversal getting started, meaning that instead of experiencing momentum towards the downside and getting rejected every time below this descending resistance, if we break out above it, we could start a trend reversal and create once more higher lows and higher highs. So yeah, for sure, I'm looking forward for this development, and if we are able to break out above this area, I personally think it is highly likely that we are going to create a trend reversal on EGLD. So this is what I wanted to discuss on the daily time frame. What I think is absolutely important is the descending resistance, but as well this horizontal levels of support where we are right now currently trading above, and as well the level of support beneath us that will be serving as a level of support for sure, and where we would like to see actually the price action of Elrond holding strong to create a higher low on the daily time frame. Let's get started and take a quick look at what we could perhaps expect within the upcoming hours and days by looking at the 4-hourly time frame and seeing if we are spotting any type of pattern. Well, so far I am not seeing any type of, well, symmetrical triangle or any other type of triangle right now, but what we can clearly see right here is that we could say that this is a W structure. So you could say that we are right now actually seeing a W structure taking place, meaning that if we place this trend line right here, you can clearly see it. We were forming a W, and right now we are actually breaking this neckline. Therefore, this is a breakout right now on the 4-hourly time frame. And if we take the measurement tool by selecting the beginning of the neckline all the way towards the first, or well, the lowest point of the W structure right here, we can clearly see that this possible breakout might be leading us to once more a touch point underneath this descending resistance, and of course a crucial level where we would like to see a breakout occur above and see further continuation towards the upside afterwards. But how significant will this pattern be? Well, this is a 12.3% breakout right now from this W structure, and if we head towards this descending resistance, what does concern me is that we might perhaps get rejected and head straight back down towards the $97. Of course, this price action depends a lot of Bitcoin. What is Bitcoin going to do? You have to take Bitcoin into consideration right now, especially because we are right now in a severe downtrend. But if we are able to hold strong on top of this descending resistance, create a descending support and see further continuation towards the upside, and eventually as well see further increase in Bitcoin's price action, it is highly likely that we are going to see a trend reversal getting started on EGLD after breaking out of this W structure that we are clearly forming right now on the 4-hourly time frame. Well, this being said, let's get started by looking at the EMA ribbon and as well the MACD. So on the EMA ribbon, what I think is actually looking very good is that we will be actually retesting the EMA ribbon on the 4-hourly time frame. But what does concern me is that we are actually seeing a combined level of resistance on top of us. We are seeing the 78.6% Fibonacci at $160 as a horizontal level of resistance. We are seeing the EMA ribbon serving as a resistance zone and as well our descending resistance. So this is a combined resistance area, and I personally think that it will be quite difficult to break out above this range and be able to find support on top of it and see perhaps further continuation towards the upside, especially because we did already experience major momentum towards the upside. So therefore, seeing even more continuation of this momentum might be unrealistic. So yeah, perhaps we are going to get rejected underneath this range and head straight back down afterwards, especially because we did already see, well, this major momentum towards the upside taking place. So therefore, a further continuation is unlikely to occur, and it is more likely that we are going to reach towards a crossover and as well a decline in momentum towards the upside and momentum towards the downside taking place. So yeah, for sure, this is something you would like to take into consideration. And as well, if we enable the RSI, well, right now we are not seeing anything out of the ordinary, but we have to take into consideration that we are at the 50 range. So therefore, we still have plenty of space to see further continuation towards the upside. But what does concern me is that if we do see a further increase on the RSI, we will be creating a bearish divergence, and that for sure will lead towards a rejection underneath this descending resistance. So yeah, right now I'm not confident that we will actually see a trend reversal on EGLD, but perhaps if Bitcoin right now starts increasing tremendously towards the upside, it will be a possibility. Also, if we do actually get rejected, what I think is important is that we do as well have still plenty of space to see a further decline. So it could be a severe decline heading towards the $97 range, where we must stay on top of to create a higher low on the daily time frame. This being said, let's go towards the 1-hourly time frame. On the 1-hourly time frame, what does concern me as well right here is that we are actually quite far above on the RSI. Therefore, if we do right now see a further decline, I personally think it is unlikely that we are going to actually break out above the descending resistance, the EMA ribbon at the 78.6% Fibonacci. So yeah, right now heading straight back down once we reach that zone is actually a very likely possibility. Also, what I think is important to see right here is that we are not yet seeing any type of bullish nor bearish divergences. So yeah, the RSI for me personally is not looking very bullish so far. Also, if we take a quick look at the MACD, what we're seeing here is that we already experienced momentum towards the upside. We are right now seeing a continuation of this momentum towards the upside, but will this be enough momentum to see a further increase above this descending resistance and further continuation afterwards? Well, personally, I think that is unrealistic, and therefore my opinion is that we are going to get rejected and head straight back down, perhaps find support on top of the 130 range. But if we do not manage to hold strong on top of this horizontal level of support, it is highly likely that we could perhaps see a further decline taking place heading towards the $97. Lastly, let's take a quick look at the 1-hourly time frame and select the EMA ribbon. On the EMA ribbon on the 1-hourly time frame, this does actually look better than expected. We did already break out above the EMA ribbon, but still this does not convince me that a possible breakout will occur above this descending resistance. So perhaps it will serve as a major level of support in the immediate short term, but we might break down below it once we get rejected by the descending resistance area. Thank you very much for watching this video. If you did enjoy the content, do not forget to give me those thumbs ups down below. It will be highly appreciated and you will be supporting the channel by doing so. Thank you and have a nice day.